So happy Homebrew Wednesday, everyone. It's a birthday edition for me today, so got a few things just to update on and talk about, and also a special treat for me today, which I've been saving for a while, which is a bottle of Founders CBS, so the Canadian breakfast stout. Some of you will have seen the videos of me doing the clone of the KBS. This is basically the same beer, but it's been aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels, so that's got to be good, hasn't it? So I'm going to do a quick review on that in a bit. The pint that you saw me pouring at the start is the Mosaic Pale Ale on the keg behind me. So this is my second version of this beer that I've done. Basically Mosaic hops up to the eyeballs. It's pretty tasty. It's come out a little bit more dank and kind of slightly more I don't know, maybe herbal tasting than the previous version. Not quite as clean, but it's still really nice. Loads of mango sort of flavour coming off of it, and yeah, I think maybe just I got the hops from a different supplier for this one, so maybe a slightly different hop character to it, but still really nice, and a nice beer to celebrate on your birthday. So what's been going on? Show you something I got for my birthday quickly. Bit of an upgrade for the brewery. So I do have very hard water where I live in Bedford, so got myself a reverse osmosis, whoops, hit myself in the face with it, a reverse osmosis filter system to basically up the kind of water treatment game a little bit. So that'll obviously enable me to start with a clean slate in terms of the water and build up any water profile that I want, with the water being quite mineral rich as it is around here. Has made it quite difficult to kind of get close to any sort of water profile that's generally suggested for things like lagers and very pale ales. So hopefully that might just yeah, enable me to up my game if I can figure out how to actually assemble the thing and get it plugged in and working, because having a quick read of the instructions, it does sound, well, I don't know if it was just the instructions being written poorly, but it sounds slightly complicated. Yeah, so what we got brewing at the moment, there's a rye IPA in the fermentation fridge behind me. I might be putting that in for the London and South East brewing competition. Other than that, yeah, pretty much not a lot else going on. A few beers aging in there. Got the American wheat with lemon drop hops and the KBS, which is in the bottles that you saw me bottling the other day. So quite a few things hopefully coming into condition fairly soon, which is good because on Friday I'm having a few people round. So bank holiday Friday, going to have a few friends and family round for a bit of a party. Looks like the weather's going to be shit, but I've borrowed a gazebo tent thing to put up in the garden to keep people sheltered. So the homebrew's going to be taking a bit of a hammering on Friday, and hopefully everyone will enjoy that. Talking of the competitions, got a bit of a update on the NAWB competition that I entered. So as I kind of thought after doing the preliminary tasting, most of the beers didn't do particularly well, but the well, I don't know exactly how well they did, but they didn't place basically. But the bitter that I put in for the newcomers category did come second, so I did get one beer placed out of those that I entered. So pretty happy with that. It was the newcomers class, so there was only a few people entered into that one, but still second place is a decent result for a first competition, and yeah, hopefully we'll go onwards and upwards from there and do a bit better in some of the ones that are coming up, now that I know a little bit more about how to approach that, you know, basically the process of entering competitions and so on. So yeah, I'm going to drink this and then have a look at this CBS beer. So see you in a minute. Right, so let's get involved with this little beauty. Just read the little blurb on the back. So CBS was born when we stumbled upon some bourbon barrels that had previously housed maple syrup. We opted to put the same base beer as KBS, an imperialised version of breakfast stout, in the maple barrels, and after one taste we knew we had something special. Rich maple syrup, roasted coffee and velvety chocolate meld together in what can only be described as a transcendental drinking experience. So it should be pretty decent then, according to that little blurb. Bottled on the 27th of the 10th 17, so that's coming up to, what's that, 5 months, 6 months old. and it's 11.7% alcohol. So not a beer to be trifled with, which was why I kind of wanted to save this for a special occasion, and I thought my birthday was as good an occasion as any other. I have been really looking forward to this. As I said before, I've been trying to do the clone beer of KBS because I really like that. Inside the cap, barrel aged, just in case you hadn't noticed that already. What was I saying? Yeah, and yeah, this is like the even better version of KBS, then should be really nice. So let's get it into the glass. Looks pretty thick and viscous on the pour, building up quite a nice head there as well. So it's got a nice level of carbonation to it without being fizzy. Beige, kind of tan coloured top with nice fine bubbles. Ooh. Yeah, it's got that real strong kind of coffee note that you get off of the KBS. I'm trying to remember now sort of what the KBS was like, but it's obviously very similar to that. Can I detect anything else on there? It's got that slight kind of woody note. Maybe there's a little bit of sweetness on there as well. Can't think there's an obvious smell of maple syrup to it at the moment. But yeah, I'm not going to hang about. I'm going to get a taste of this one now. Wow. What did they say on the back? Yeah, velvety is the first kind of word that came into my mind, and that's one of the ones they've put on the description on the back. Seriously smooth. Perhaps a little bit smoother than the original KBS. Maybe this kind of sweetness from the maple barrels has sort of added to that. It doesn't kind of punch you in the face and say I've got maple syrup in, but there's definitely a kind of sweet kind of hint of maple syrup at the end. It's maybe slightly tamed the kind of coffee notes that you get off of KBS, although that's still there. That's quite a potent flavour along with this kind of chocolatiness. And it's going down far, far too easy for an 11.7% Imperial Stout. Yeah, I mean, it tastes strong, but it doesn't have any sort of alcohol kind of burn or yeah, that kind of strong alcohol flavour that you can get from some beers that are over 10%. Oh, excuse me. There's the birthday belch. Yeah, what can I say? Apart from I wish I'd bought a few more bottles of that when it was out. That is, yeah, probably the best Imperial Stout that I've ever drunk. Do I prefer it to the original KBS? I think I do actually. I think I actually like that a little bit better. I think it's got a slight, you know, slightly sweeter, smoother taste to it. Really, I would have obviously liked to have had both here to compare the two, but that might have been slightly dangerous doing two at the same time. Yeah, outstanding. I've said it before, Founders, fucking good brewery. If you haven't tried any of their beers, you won't be able to get hold of any KBS or CBS very easily, but all their other stuff is that I've tried anyway is top notch beer. So give them a go, and next time you see CBS or KBS available, buy some, because it's really good stuff. So I'm going to leave it there for tonight. So cheers everybody for watching, and for those of you in the kind of BrewTube and YouTube kind of community, you've already sent me birthday wishes today. Thank you very much. Yeah, really nice to hear from all of you, and look forward to seeing you guys soon. Whether that be online or at the meetup in the summer. So cheers everyone, and good night.
I'm the dude, so that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or Duder or, you know, El Duderino.